Before we get into the results of the interview, let us get an introduction about the place we chose to carry out our study. The company we chose to interview for our assignment was One Touch Pride Sendirian Berhad. One Touch Pride is a company that specializes in creating a creative digital graphic, printing and embroideries for your needs. Providing the best design you can imagine, with their specialty and capability, you can imagine the design and they will create it for you. We were grateful that we were able to interview the CEO of One Touch Pride, Mr. Zuhairul Nizam. The Chief Executive Officer, Zuhairul, stated that he started as a freelance designer and later started his own brand. He is now the CEO of his own brand, known as One Touch Pride, where he controls a few branches.
Hi, we are from Group Y, and this is our video presentation. Enjoy. Okay, for my part, I will be explaining about the management environment. Firstly, the manager can explain to us about the external factors that influence their organization, where some factors like the economic and politics, even the demographic, affect the price and the state of the organization itself. One Touch Pride provides a specific service to their customer known as the sharing economy service. What is sharing economy service? It is also known as a peer-to-peer service with a set of fee. One Touch Pride had given a specific expertise, skill, and even time to their customer. The manager also explained to us that there's a benefit in having a good relationship with the stakeholder. One of the stakeholders are customer. By having a good relationship with the customer, a strong bond will be formed, and this will produce a strong trust also between the buyer and the seller. It is important to know that for every organization, they need to have a specific culture that they stand. For One Touch Pride, the culture that they stand is team-oriented, people-oriented, innovation and risk-taking.
So now I'll be talking about the decision-making process in management. So, as you know, decision-making is an important process in management, and it can be divided into an 8-step process which plays an important role in the long and short-term goals of the company. So those 8 steps are... forgot it. Okay, now I will talk about the 8-step process in the decision-making. So, firstly, decision-making begins with the identification of a problem, followed by the decision of criteria, weightage of criteria, and followed by the development, analysis, and selection of alternative. Then followed by the implementation of the alternative and evaluation of the decision made. From our interview from One Touch Pride, we noticed that the CEO is the one that makes the decision. As stated before, the first step in a decision-making process is the identification of a problem, which can be further divided into 2 categories, which are structured and unstructured problems. From our interview with the CEO of One Touch Pride, most of the problems they encounter is structured problems, which mean that the goal is clear and the problem is defined. Okay. The next part of the decision-making process is the decision part. Decision can be divided into programmed and non-programmed decisions. Believe it or not, decisions are closely related to problems. A structured problem can be solved by using a programmed decision in a common sense, and an unstructured problem can be solved by using an unprogrammed decision. In the interview with One Touch Pride CEO, most of the decisions they have taken are programmed, which means that they are repetitive and can be solved using routine approach. In the current working industry, group thinking is highly encouraged, but that is not the case in One Touch Pride. As stated by One Touch Pride CEO, individual decision making is highly encouraged there, as it shows more benefits than group thinking. However, the CEO stated that group thinking is only preferred if the employee is new and trying to adapt to the new environment. In all companies, there are always going to be issues, and One Touch Pride is not an exception. One of the contemporary issues faced by One Touch Pride is creativity. Creativity is an important aspect in contemporary issues, as it allows a person to view a problem in a very different way compared to others.
Next, I will explain about planning strategies and process. I will explain it into 3 parts, which is planning steps, approach to planning, and lastly, contemporary issues. For planning steps, this company identify its goals based on its mission and vision. Then, it applies SWOT analysis to identify external and internal analysis. Then, lastly, they formulate the strategy by using corporate strategy, which is growth strategy for their product. Next, they implement their strategy by using quality of their product, which is GC and so on. Last and foremost, they evaluate the planning by direct evaluation and looking for organization strength and weakness. Okay, the next part is planning approach. This company use MBO, which is management by objective, which is they mutually agree to each other to achieve the goals, which is going global and more networking with locals and overseas as well. Third and the last part is contemporary issue during planning. This company has issues which is environmental scanning, especially competitive intelligence. This is because this company has very tight competition among other company in the world, especially in Malaysia.
So for my part, I will be explaining about human resource management. So one of the questions that we asked during the interview is the performance evaluation. According to the manager, performance evaluation for the company is based on MBO. What is MBO? MBO is management by objective. MBO is based on the results oriented or the output produced by the employee. So for the next part, I will be explaining about the employee certification. According to the manager, one of the way they use to ensure the employee certification is by giving them reward by their achievement. According to the manager, the employee certification is important for their company as it will affect their performance. So the next question that we ask to the manager is how the company help the new employee to adapt to the new environment. According to the manager, there are 2 methods. One is organization orientation and goal orientation. These 2 orientation helps the employee to know their new environment and know the goal and philosophy of the organization. So for the next question is how the company help giving exposure towards the employee about their new duties. There are 2 methods which are on the job and also job rotation. So for on the job, it enables the employees to become more comfortable and more confident to using their machine. For the job rotation, it helps the company to produce an employee that can do a variety of works.
Here I am covered for the managing changes and innovation part. For the managing changing, the first person we have to focus on the priority is the one from the CEO. CEO can change the managing perspective, and from his perspective, we can change the managing role and position everything. For the major changes in the company, we can rather than we can take the advice from the other consultant. When the consultant have a lot of the ideas from the out of view, the one from the different from the our company organization people, and then another thing we have to think about the innovation changing is like that consultant doesn't know about our internal structure of the company organization, and then also the work ethic internally and everything for the innovation is the major changing. For the stress factor, we are concerning about the two main characters. There's a task demand and the role demand. For the role demand and the task demand is the main cause to get the stress in the organization. And for the innovation pack, we would like to link with the design thinking and the innovation. Innovation and design thinking have a very strong relationship between these two, and this planning is the very important to make another innovation. For the changes for everything, the new is came from the planning, and then another we can make the strategy for the innovation, and the innovation all the theme are related to the business planning thing, like what we planned before, and then like the organization structures, organization ideas, and all the ideas got is from the people. And another thing we got is for the innovation case is very effectively to the organization.